Imagine a place so cold that time itself is frozen. Beneath Antarctica, there are things that were never meant to be found. Not ruins, not aliens, but evidence that Earth once lived a completely different life. Scientists drilling through miles of ice expected nothing but frozen water. Instead, they found living bacteria sealed for millions of years, meteorites older than our planet, and proof that this frozen hell was once green, warm, and alive. Antarctica is not hiding mysteries, it's hiding Earth's past, and possibly our future. And what scientists are discovering now is changing everything we thought we knew about life on Earth. Deep beneath Antarctica, under nearly 4 kilometers of solid ice, scientists discovered something that defies basic science. A massive lake, not frozen, not solid, liquid water. This hidden body of water is known as Lake Vostok, sealed away from the outside world for over 15 million years. Think about that. Before humans existed, before modern animals, before most mountains formed, this lake was already there, alive. According to science, liquid water cannot survive at such extreme temperatures. Surface temperatures here drop to 60 degrees, sometimes even lower. Yet this lake remains unfrozen. How? Immense pressure from the ice above, natural geothermal heat from Earth's core, complete isolation from sunlight and oxygen. It is a perfectly sealed time capsule. When scientists finally sampled the water, they found something even more shocking: microorganisms. Living bacteria that do not need sunlight, do not need oxygen, have survived millions of years in total darkness. These life forms evolved in conditions similar to Jupiter's moon, Europa, Saturn's moon, Enceladus, which led scientists to a terrifying question: if life can exist here, could it exist anywhere? This discovery proved one thing very clearly: life does not need Earth-like conditions. It only needs time and stability, which means alien life is no longer science fiction. Frozen planets may still be alive. Antarctica may hold clues to extraterrestrial life, and this is just one lake. Scientists believe there are over 400 hidden lakes trapped beneath Antarctic ice, all sealed, all ancient, all unexplored. We still don't know what larger organisms might exist, what diseases could be trapped inside, what happens when these sealed worlds are exposed. Some scientists warn we are opening doors that nature kept locked for millions of years. In one of the coldest, most lifeless places on Earth, scientists noticed something impossible. The ice was moving on its own. Deep inside Willand's ice stream, researchers detected sudden movements beneath the ice sheet. Not slow glacier drift, but sharp jerks, like a heartbeat. The ice was slipping. Using seismic sensors, scientists recorded massive ice blocks, kilometers wide, suddenly sliding several feet in just minutes, then stopping. This wasn't melting, this wasn't cracking. It was more like the ice was breathing. They later found the cause: underground rivers of liquid water, flowing beneath the ice at pressures strong enough to move entire glaciers. These subglacial rivers flow uphill against gravity, change direction suddenly, drain and refill gigantic hidden lakes, trigger ice movement like tectonic plates. Some rivers are hundreds of kilometers long, completely hidden, completely silent. No sunlight, no air, no surface signs, yet they control how Antarctica itself moves. These hidden rivers act like lubrication under the ice, which means ice can slide into the ocean much faster than expected. Sea levels could rise suddenly, not gradually. Entire ice sheets could destabilize without warning. One scientist described it perfectly: Antarctica doesn't melt, it slips. In water samples taken from beneath the ice, living microbes, organisms feeding on rock minerals, chemical reactions, energy released by pressure, life thriving in absolute darkness again. This confirms something disturbing. Antarctica isn't frozen solid, it's alive underneath. These movements happen without earthquakes, without storms, without surface temperature changes, which means Antarctica can shift without any warning at all. And scientists admit we still don't fully understand what controls these movements. Scientists expected silence. What they heard instead terrified them. Deep beneath Antarctica, sensors picked up low-frequency sounds echoing through miles of solid ice, sounds that did not match earthquakes, storms, or cracking glaciers. At first, researchers thought the equipment was faulty. It wasn't. Seismic instruments recorded deep, rhythmic vibrations, long, sustained tones lasting minutes, repeating patterns over weeks, not sharp ice cracks, not tectonic shifts, but something closer to a slow, controlled resonance, like pressure being released in pulses. Scientists described it as ice singing. The signals were traced to areas near massive subglacial lakes, especially around Lake Vostok, one of the largest hidden lakes on Earth. This lake is buried under nearly 4 kilometers of ice, has been sealed off for millions of years, contains liquid water kept warm by geothermal heat. As water moves beneath the ice and pressure shifts, the ice above vibrates like a giant instrument. The sound travels through ice better than through air, turning Antarctica into a planet-sized echo chamber. Because sound like this requires movement, energy, active systems. In other words, Antarctica is not silent. It is active, dynamic, and unstable beneath the surface. Even more unsettling, these sounds change frequency over time, meaning the system below is evolving. When scientists drilled into nearby subglacial water systems, they found living microorganisms, life surviving without sunlight, without oxygen, under crushing pressure. In freezing temperatures, these organisms feed on chemical energy from rock, not the sun, which raised a serious question. If life can survive here, where else in the universe could it exist? Scientists still cannot predict when these sounds will occur, how pressure shifts will evolve, whether sudden ice movement could follow. One researcher admitted, "We're listening to a system we barely understand. Antarctica isn't just frozen history, it's an active machine, and we're only beginning to hear it." In the coldest continent on Earth, there is a place with no snow, no ice, and almost no water. This discovery shocked scientists because it should not exist in Antarctica, yet it does. Hidden near the Ross Sea lies one of the strangest places on Earth, McMurdo, dry valleys. This region is larger than some countries, completely ice-free, drier than the Sahara Desert, so hostile that even bacteria struggle to survive. Scientists call it the closest natural environment to Mars on Earth. The secret lies in katabatic winds. These winds blow down from high glaciers, reach speeds over 300 km/h, are extremely cold and dry. Instead of melting ice, they cause sublimation. Ice turns directly into vapor, skipping the liquid stage entirely. So snow doesn't melt, it disappears. Some parts of the dry valleys have not seen rainfall for over 2 million years, contain soil untouched since prehistoric times, preserve ancient microbes and chemical signatures perfectly. This makes the area a time capsule of Earth's past. Even here, life refuses to fully surrender. Scientists discovered microbes living inside rocks, bacteria surviving on trace moisture from air, organisms that can shut down metabolism for years. These life forms survive on the absolute edge of biology. And once again, Antarctica forces a disturbing question. If life can survive here, what might be alive beneath alien ice worlds? NASA and other agencies study the dry valleys because the terrain mirrors Mars. The soil chemistry matches extraterrestrial conditions. It helps predict how life might survive on frozen planets. In simple words, Antarctica is training us for alien discovery. Footprints left in some parts of the dry valleys can remain visible for decades. No wind, no erosion, no decay. Every step becomes a permanent mark in history. In the whitest, coldest place on Earth, there is a waterfall that bleeds red. Not once, not seasonally, but constantly. This is not CGI. This is not a myth. This is real, and it exists in Antarctica. In 1911, explorers discovered something impossible flowing out of a glacier, a deep blood-red waterfall pouring directly from solid ice. They named it Blood Falls the Source, the massive Taylor Glacier. At first, everyone believed the same thing. This must be algae, or iron rust, or contamination. They were wrong. Modern research revealed something far more disturbing. Under the glacier lies a sealed subglacial lake, cut off from sunlight for over 2 million years, filled with saltier than ocean water, completely oxygen-free, and yet, life exists there. Scientists found ancient microbes inside the red water. These bacteria don't need oxygen, don't need sunlight, survive by breathing iron and sulfur, have evolved in total darkness for millions of years. When this iron-rich water hits oxygen outside the glacier, it oxidizes, turning the water blood red. That's what you're seeing, not blood. Living chemistry from a buried world, because this changes everything. If life can survive, without sunlight, without oxygen, under kilometers of ice, for millions of years, then similar life could exist on Mars, Europa, Jupiter's moon, Enceladus, Saturn's moon. Antarctica may not be hiding aliens, but it's proving how aliens could survive. That lake has been sealed longer than humans have existed, which means those microbes evolved alone, in total isolation, in a frozen prison beneath the Earth. And we've only sampled a tiny fraction of it. What else is still trapped down there? Even today, blood falls never freezes solid because the salt concentration is so extreme. It keeps flowing, slowly, endlessly, like a wound that never heals. Deep under the frozen silence of Antarctica, scientists detected something that should not exist. Not a creature, not a fossil, not a structure, a signal, and it came from inside the Earth. NASA launched a strange scientific experiment called ANITA, Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna. Its mission was simple: float high above Antarctica, listen for cosmic particles from deep space, detect ultra-high energy neutrinos entering Earth. Neutrinos are called ghost particles because trillions pass through your body every second. They barely interact with matter. They usually come from space, not Earth, but in 2016 and again in 2018, ANITA heard something wrong. ANITA detected high-energy particles moving upward, coming out of the ice, not into it. That's impossible. According to known physics, these particles should have been absorbed. The Earth should have blocked them completely. They should never reach the detector. Yet ANITA recorded them twice. Clear, strong, undeniable. To explain this signal, one of these must be true. 1. Our understanding of particle physics is incomplete. 2. A new type of particle exists. 3. Something unknown is happening deep inside Earth. 4. Physics itself behaves differently under Antarctica. None of these options are comforting. Some physicists suggested a terrifying idea. These signals could be caused by dark matter interactions. Dark matter makes up Raj 85% of the universe, has never been directly observed, passes through normal matter like ghosts. If Antarctica is amplifying or revealing dark matter effects, then the ice isn't just frozen water, it's a window. Here's the most disturbing part. Other neutrino detectors around the world, including massive underground observatories, saw nothing. Only Antarctica, only there. Only twice. Scientists still don't know. Possibilities include unique ice density, magnetic field anomalies, unknown subglacial structures, or something buried far deeper than ice. To this day, the ANITA signals remain unexplained. No confirmed answer, no final theory, just data that shouldn't exist. What if Antarctica isn't hiding life, but is instead revealing flaws in reality itself? And what if this frozen continent is the only place on Earth where we can hear the universe whisper back? When you look at Antarctica, you see ice, silence, emptiness, but beneath that frozen surface is a record of Earth itself. Not myths, not legends, but proof, locked away for millions of years. Living bacteria without sunlight, meteorites older than civilization, signals that challenge the laws of physics. Antarctica isn't hiding monsters, it's hiding answers. Answers about how life survives the impossible, how Earth has changed before, and how fragile our present world really is. Every drill into the ice is a step backward in time. Every discovery is a reminder that our planet has endured catastrophes before us, and it will endure again, with or without us. Antarctica doesn't scream its secrets, it whispers them, and only those willing to listen will understand what this frozen world is trying to tell us.